For 10,000 years, the Emperor's Inquisition have fought a secret war to defend humanity. We keep vigil in the darkness. We hunt among the shadows. We pass judgment upon the mutant, the traitor, and the heretic. We purge the world of the taint lurking among the stars. We are Inquisitors. We shall fear nothing. For we are what you fear.
Yeah. Purge, burn, kill. Alright, welcome. Welcome to Inquisitor Martyr, the final build of this game. Or the final build. I mean, they are going to be updating the game, of course. But this is the release build that got released yesterday. I haven't been able to play much. I played until probably 1 AM last night, and I was pretty beat. So I didn't get too far. So I will let you guys join me in exploring the latest patch here. Oh man, the loading screens. Look at that. The music is brilliant. And yes, Chris Cardiac, that is how you spell narcissism. Just gonna tune down the wee bit intrusive. There. Actually, it looks like a Grey Knight, but it's simply an Inquisitor in a power armor. One of the Crusaders. They kind of look like that. It's the closest you get to a Space Marine in this game. This is the Psyker. The Psyker has some special abilities which makes him very, very interesting to play, where some of the others might get a bit boring in the long run because you find one weapon that you feel really comfortable with and then you stick to that weapon, which means that your skill sets never change. In this game, you have one skill through your armor, and then you have your skills through your weapons. But with the Psyker, it's very different because he is more a traditional ARPG character where you can actually choose the psychic powers that you want to play with. So in this case, I have the Endurance, which increases his damage resistance against damage for 30 seconds. And you can put in runes to enhance the ability of this spell. And I also have the Warp Speed, which increases his damage by 25% and cooldown of all weapon attacks for 45 seconds by 25%. Really cool ability as well. So basically he's a passive character right now with these two buff spells, but he also has the Fiery Form. The Fiery Form is a PB AoE centered on himself, point blank AoE as it's called, which just rotates around him and dealing damage. Also provides damage reduction and heat attacks, and plus 50 damage to heat attacks and plus 20% damage to all other attacks. So not only can you stand within the presence of someone else dealing damage constantly, but you can also deal damage with your staff, for instance in this case, and you deal even more damage. Really cool. It lasts for 10 seconds. I think you can boost that though. But the cool thing is you'll unlock as you progress through ranks 5 to 19 in this case, and 22 and 21 and 18. So 22 is the final one. Then you have all the skills that you want. You can change these out. You can put these in as you like, which is so cool. And it makes him, he's very hard to play, but in the same manner, he's very, very interesting to play because you can play him differently. And any Psychonoa or other warp predators that attack you when you use your powers. Indeed. If you use too much warp heat, I'll show you guys. You can spawn these really weird warp creatures that roam around dealing damage to you and all your enemies. Every time your warp heat is heating up, you will see a graphical rendition of it on the screen. So that is really cool as well. So right now I am on my way to visit the Merciful Agony Void Station because I have a Space Marine here I saved from near death. He got torn apart a bit by a huge dreadnought, which I killed, of course. So yeah, let's go here to the star map. So this is the star map, and you can see they are showing me where I need to go, the Merciful Agony. But I could go somewhere else if I wanted to. They call it open world. It's not really. It's an instant world where you have different missions. So in this case, there's no missions. There's no missions in this area apparently. But you could go to an area and do missions because I think they haven't opened up yet for this character. I need to go there first. And then you can do the missions in that area. Those missions are for you only, but you can invite your...
This is Meta-Surgeon Agrippa 723 Theta speaking. How can I assist you, Inquisitor?
I was just talking to my audience. Come on. Can we, please? Just give me a sec. I'll put you on hold. Beep. But then you can do this, and you can play with your buddies if you want to. You can play 4 in a team and do these open world missions. They are instant missions, and when you finish them, you get your loot, you get your credits and your fate, and you can carry on to the next one. So it's not really open world, but then again it is open world because you can invite people into your missions. So it's a bit hard to explain how it actually works. Just multiplayer. Thank you very much for that follow, Archon. That is awesome. I have a Space Marine on my ship with grievous injuries. I need a Magus biologist immediately.
Your request cannot be granted.
What the?
I suggest that you seek medical assistance elsewhere.
I'm on a special mission assignment from the Caligari Conclave. I must insist, Genitor. Do not make me ask twice, or I'll purge your place.
Allow me to clarify. The Magos Biologus with the required skill set is unavailable. Current status: assigned to priority level research for atonement and gathering of sacred data.
Oh. So she's out. Out of town, you say? Where can I find this Magos Biologus?
Our brethren have been studying an epidemic on the St. Abelard relay station. We lost contact with the station recently.
Okay, thank you for your cooperation. I will not purge you. Oh, I love how it zooms out, and it's actually made so that before it actually had this loading time, and that is just fluent now. It's so good. This will show you that it's a campaign mission, so it's easy to find on the map once you start having all the missions all around your star system. You can easily identify where your campaign mission is by the purple glow. As you can see here, it says 80. I am currently at power level 82. That is determined by your equipment, basically. Adeptus Administratum. One of the biggest commercial hubs of this subsector, this heavily fortified void station has a secluded monastery pylon, which serves as a very important astropath relay station, transmitting messages, encrypted manifestos, and highly confidential code psalms to the various star systems in the subsector. Look at that. That is beautiful. My FPS are dropping just a tiny bit when I stream. Apparently, it didn't do that before this release patch. Just want to note that. Relay station. Mission briefings will tell you all the relevant information. You can. I've picked the challenge mode which makes everything a bit harder. You can pick story mode as well if you want to, which makes you deal 30% more damage and minus 30% damage suffered, while this is just basically based on your skill level, minus 1% damage suffered, so it's fine. But you get more glory from this as well. Glory you can use further on. There, glory. This is the glory system. So when you get more glory, you get a glory reward. You get a glory reward and some fate. Fate you can use to make missions, craft missions inside the game, and create the Cabal. I hope I can create the Cabal tonight. So you guys, if you want, you can join me and we can purge together. So you have 5 days for this to reach 800. With 9, it's not going to be very easy. I have arrived at the St. Abelard Astropathic Relay Station to find Methodora Thelema, a skilled Magus biologist, conducting important research into a recent outbreak of a mysterious epidemic. The Void Station is, however, in lockdown and all communication channels are cut off. We are detecting a strong chaos presence. I'm entering the station to find out the fate of the Magus biologist. And you can see the threats here. Usually you will be able to see the tactical map as well, so you have an idea of the overlay of this mission, and you get a tiny information here as well, what the different creatures you might encounter in here. So Nurgle Dreadnought might be what we'll see here. But I really enjoy this game. It's like Diablo 3, but just so much darker. And if you play the Psyker, you will have the option to actually build your skills up, which you can't really do with the others. You can, because you have 2 weapon sets you can choose from, but it's still going to be those weapons and those skills. You can't change those at all. I did leave a comment sometime last year about this and asked if maybe they could add, like, instead of 1 armor ability, you could have 2 other active skills that you could use like a skill tree. But that wasn't the way they wanted to go, and it still works. It's very, very fun to play, and I really love playing my assassin as well, even though I just use the 1 weapon and go with that all the time.
Inquisitor, the epidemic that spread through the relay station was just the prelude to a full-scale chaos infestation. The Void Station is in total lockdown until the decontamination teams and the Imperial Guard troops arrive, and that could take time.
Why wait? Maybe corruption has spread too far. Maybe the only solution is to expurgate this place with scorching energies. Shall I?
Do you really believe that the Magos biologist you seek is there, alive?
There are still people on the station. Metrodora Thelema is a sacred priest of the Omnissiah. I believe she can take care of herself. There are still people on the station.
Why did you say that twice? No. Hello? Anybody's home? Splotch. That is my regular staff attack, the Force Bolt, which is basically a kinetic bullet that you fire at the enemies. That looks pretty freaking awesome. Look at the Sarubs there. Cool. I also have this personal void shield that I can use, so it gives me 4,000 shield. This was actually supposed to be nerfed to 2,000, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on. But on my end, it's not nerfed. And this is what I use on basically all my characters. So, endurance, we talked about that. Warp speed, I'm not gonna... Yeah, we can... No, there's no enemies. Find domain archives. Look at this. This is grimdark all the way. Look how wonderful this looks. If this isn't incredible, I don't know what it is. They've captured the feel of the grimdark so well in this. Alright, I want to show you guys because I have the precognition. No, I picked up precognition. Oh, I wanted my teleport. Oh. Here's the ability. And we can see if we can't use enough of the heat so we can actually spawn something. I don't have that many usable abilities. So I mean, heat shouldn't be a problem. Wow. What? Couldn't hit that guy. Alright, I'm just gonna do this. And then shoot you. And you. Did you just admire the Nurgle infestation? No, I admired the Grim Dog. Mostly this. Look at that.
He is a space marine, a legendary defender of the Imperium. It makes him the most important member of Klosterheim's retinue. Even if their relationship was as strained as it seems, he must have been very close to the Lord Inquisitor, and he could have knowledge of important details.
Indeed. So I do have a precognition, which gives me 100% damage reduction bonus for 60 seconds. Each hit surface reduces the duration by 5 seconds and generates 2 warp heat. But I can make myself invulnerable to any damage. It can blow off pretty fast though. Depending on which enemies we face. Boop -boop -boop. So as you can see, the warp heat is at 109. So something really bad could happen now. There we go. See? There it is. That's the trigger. Those weird warp thingies. Ow. I don't know, maybe they'll add some demons later or something. I don't actually know. Squatch. Fear the heretic. Not at all. I fear none. I fear you not. And then I have my heal, the inoculator, of course, that you can put different buffs into. So I have the absorbent buff, which restores 75% of my suppression resistance. If my suppression resistance goes down to yellow, it's not good. Then you're suppressed and move very, very slow. If it goes down to red, you're gonna be overwhelmed and your health is gonna drop like a mother trucker. It's just gone.
Suffer my pain.
Suffer my pain. Your pain. Just little tiny nurglings. Not that much of a threat here. Ooh.
Kill the heretic.
Plague ridden. Now that's a big guy. Take care. Ooh, and that's a plague ogre. That's even bigger. So we want to get this shield up. And then boot this up.
Witness the
Damage reduction. There we go. He did. What is he doing? Handstand? He's doing a handstand. Oh my gosh. The handstanding ogre. That is worthy of a screenshot. Pretty awesome. There. Oh, opening that triggered a retinue over here. Teleporting in. So with my other build, I had a teleportation ability, which made me able to teleport into where they were. So I could basically trigger this one and teleport right into a cluster of enemies. It was so cool. Ow. I think I need to get that back. Precognition is cool and all, but I don't feel it does as much as the teleport does. So we need to go over here. This is pretty, well, pretty ugly.
Inquisitor, I have completed the task you gave me. There is no trace of the Martyr anywhere in the logbooks of my ship. This ship is ancient and has traveled everywhere in the sector, and still, nothing.
I suspected that much. It was worth a try.
I wish I had the treasured logbook of my rogue trader clan. It has been in the possession of my family since my ancestor received the warrant of trade.
What happened to that logbook?
It has disappeared when the Inquisitorial Purge destroyed the clan headquarters.
It is indeed quite unfortunate, Captain.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. So you can't use items you find within the current mission you're in. See how fast this fires. It's pretty badass. Splotch! But then you can use the items when you get back out, because they are being teleported out of here. You don't carry them around, basically. Oh yes, Lurglings are moss. So we do this. Oh, that is so beautiful. It's so destructive. I love it. You don't even have to do anything. Just walk in there. It's like Dark Age of Camelot all over again.
By the Emperor,
Ooh.
a demon was bound to the chest.
Hello. Hello, buddy. Ew. Stop firing that stuff at me. Oh, he heals within it. Ah!
Back to the abyss.
And then he dies.
Why this chest was so heavily protected.
Ooh, a force rod, blue. So yeah, the itemization is a bit different than what you might know from World of Warcraft, for instance. So it's white, then blue, then green, then purple, and then orange or brown or something. Legendary. Final report. Garrison Commander Kasov. Encoded by Departamento Mutarium Kappa. Kappa! Warning, classified report. Militarum Tempestus, eyes only. Grade Primus V5, clearance only. Last defensive perimeter collapsed. Loss of the base is imminent. Lord Commissar Burin has fallen. I took command of the remaining forces in the Librarium as the ranking officer. The Astropath quarter is confined as lost. I ordered Bravo Squad to retreat with the survivors, but their chances, considering the hostile activity in the Void Dock, are minimal. As of this moment, Tempestus, Garrison St. Abelard, has ceased to function in a fighting entity. I shall follow the standard Exodus protocol the Emperor protects. In the Note 1, the Engineer finally managed to identify the source of the initial chaos. An invasive scrap code debilitated the machine spirit, cut our communication, and destroyed the primary data vault. The secondary data vault is partially salvaged. The tech priest managed to online a firewall litany before total data loss. His words. According to Lord Commissar Baron, the primary objective of the attack was very specific: to capture the Saint Abelard Astropath Choir and block the Chernbog telepathic duct. Is there a connection to recent outbreaks? Such elaborate tools and coordination are way beyond the capabilities of simple heretic calls. This attack may be a part of a greater operation. Further investigation advised. Awesome. Alright, let's head on over this way. That wasn't... Oh! Burn! And I'll burn you as well. Beautiful. I do have a secondary weapon, but it's also single target, but I do have this. Tiny bit of AoE on my Force Smite. And then I have the Fiery Form in there. And medical supplies, thank you.
Inquisitor, our Augur readings have suddenly spiked to alarming levels. You've reached the center of the chaos infestation. Stay alert.
Alright. Alrighty. I'll be alert. There's a shrine here. Gives me a buff, tech shrine protection. Damage reduced by 20%. Take it. We're just gonna go straight for the apostle. Ah, I failed. There we go. And I mean, we could use some cover here. Ow. Go away.
You're in the archives, Inquisitor. Try to find a cogitator that can grant you access to the data vaults.
Indeed. Cogitator.
This is the central cogitator of the station. If this Magus biologist tried to send a report to her superiors, it must be logged here. This is the central cogitator of the station.
Auto-cryptation icon transcript. I'm gonna skip that. This is Mara recording my for astropathic transmission. My work is finished here. I've lost 14 teammates to this fascinating malady, which supplied me with valuable subjects that made the identification of the pathogen possible. The infection is undeniably Empyrean in origin, and my research indicates that it must have been transferred to the Martyr, no, I don't know, via one of the incoming cargo vessels. I have narrowed down the possible sources to 3 worlds in the subsector. I will visit all 3 locations to the source to find the source, to locate the source of the epidemic. And we have some coordinates. Praise the Omnishah.
I missed the Magus biologist on the station. I logged the 3 potential destinations where I could find her. I hope she's worth all this trouble.
Oh, love that animation. That looks really good. Exit. Can we teleport out? Looks so cool. Man, I love these images here. Screaming Psyker. And you get a reward chest. And we ranked up. Awesome. You get some bounties, purity seal, something, credits. And we got rank 4, so we get psychic focus, resilient point, psychic spell, precognition. I had that already. Skill point. +1 force point. You can do these heroic deeds so that you you unlock an attribute point there, for instance. Keen Fury. We unlock, deal critical hits for a total of 20,000 damage. Alright. Let's just go check out the psychic powers, because I really... If I can change that, I can't, can I? No, because that's a part of my armor, so... Oh, I can. I can. Okay, so... That is a part of the armor I'm wearing that you can put in one of your force powers. Otherwise, you can take like the Aether Walker armor that I really love with the ethereal facing, sorry. So you can teleport from one spot to another. So I'm gonna put that on, even though it's a bit worse. 9 quality I lose, but I think it's worth it. And then I have the warp rod here. I don't want that. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I have the force rod. I want the warp rod because the warp rod's attack, this one, the warp blast, is area of effect, and it slows down with the shock as well, minus 40% movement. And the Witchfire is pretty cool as well. Area of effect, large. That is so awesome. So I have some area effect other than the simple ability. So I'm gonna keep that without the Biomantic sword. Don't really like that. I could put on a warp rod as well. No. The force rod, if I wanted that. No, that's fine. Still Witchfire. We're gonna keep that. And then we have Signum. We can put that in there. The Purity Seal. So the quality shows a general increase in quality of your item. But if you have an item, for instance, that gives you extra damage versus Chaos Cultists, that will be better to use in a Chaos Cultist mission than this one, which gives you damage against Chaos Demons. So you need to look at not only the plus or minus, but at the general abilities that they have on them, or suffixes. Suppression regeneration is really good. But look at that, 6.4% damage against regular enemies. Regular, just any regular. And 5.3 warp heat. I like that better. So I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that there. Alright, the star map. So now at this point you unlock the Chernbog system, which has 5 planets in it, and you have the rating over here. So you know which rating you should go for. It will be green if it's possible to do. It will be kind of orangey yellow if it's hard, and red if it's kind of impossible. So we need to go to the Aethon system here. And we need to visit these 3 worlds. Let's go to Tartarus first, the mining rig raid. I'm not gonna read all the text in here. We get a lot of the information from the mission itself. You can also increase the difficulty if you want. You can put on 50% or 50 extra. So that's, there you can see it turns yellow. So you take more damage, but you also get more glory points for it. So it's a fast way to gain more glory. Rebel stationary weapons and Rebel engine. But here you could get the information you needed if you wanted to change out your equipment before you started. Which is really cool, because then, I mean, there's no reason to be mad that you can't change things once you're in the mission, because you can prepare. So I'm going down the psychic path road here. I really like this because it's HP regeneration, psychic mastery. So I'm gonna get that. And before we go, I just want to check my abilities here. Yeah. So now we have this Aether Walker on, so we don't use that slot there. Endurance is on. Fiery Form. Crush is pretty cool. But as you can see, that doesn't fit in anywhere, because you only have these abilities here you can fill in, and then you can get the extra one from the armor that allows for that. Levitation. Awesome. Yeah, and I have the knit flesh, health regeneration to the skill, 10 HP per second. But I like the duration increase instead. 50% is a lot. Oh, it looks so beautiful. Start. Some of your weapon slots are empty. Yeah, it's fine. That's a good warning. Good warning. I could put on the warp rod though, because then I'm gonna have the same skill. Get some more bonuses. I'll do that next time. Oh, Carol redeemed speak Danish for a minute an hour ago. I could do that. I could do that. But it might be a bit of torture, and I really like how this is going. So we're gonna wait with that, Carol. Sorry. People shooting. It's freaking awesome. Hello? Anybody home?
Inquisitor, the rebellious forces of the Astra Militarum have taken over the area, and they're fighting with a loyal Imperial Guard. The rebels have surrounded the colony where the Magos Biologis might be holed up, and their mortars attack the Imperial fort with artillery fire.
I've just walked straight into a war.
Seems like it.
I'll take care of the rebel mortars first.
And that was an alarm beacon. If I don't shut that down, it's gonna summon more enemies. I didn't want that. I don't know if you noticed the teleportation there. So I'm gonna change here. Oh, it does lock. Okay. But there you have the AoE of this weapon. There we go. Oh, I love the background noises. That sounds really good. You can really get that feel that the planet is under attack and people are fighting. Nice. We're gonna do 2 and then teleport right in there.
You are guilty.
And they just die horribly. Terrifying skill.
I slay in thy name.
They will bomb the entire area. Find cover.
Fight fire with fire.
Oh, sometimes he misses. So now they are trying to bombard me. Before we can get any further in here. Oh! Nuclear cookie, I'm gonna make the Cabal once I get enough fate. I need 100 fate and then it will be up. It's gonna be named the Nightly Buddyhood out in one go. And you guys can join it if you want.
You're safe to proceed.
Die, heretic!
But this is where, I mean, my assassin would just have murdered this completely a long time before. Whoa. Before this. She is insane. I love her to bits.
And that's the penalties.
Oh. Oh, hello.
Kill the heretic.
Destruction. I got an iron plant. Thank you. Let's get to the first one. I need to take down 3 mortars. Oh, an ogre. Hello, Grin. Oh, no. I hate those. Eee! And take down.
It's a journey.
Bullgrin. Not an Ogrin. Bullgrin. I don't know the difference, to be frank, but okay. Ow. So I'm gonna let these guys come a bit closer. There we go. Ow. This might be end. This is the end. No, it's not. Take it down. Whew. I really miss my dodging. Ow! My dodging as well. When I'm playing the Psyker. Alright, heal. I definitely use a lot more healing capabilities. Oh, we have a teleporter.
I've deactivated the first mortar. How do you dare to turn our weapons against us?
Alright, cool. Inoculator refilled, and we are back on track. Head on in there. Oh, dude. No. Yes. Ow, the missiles. Oh my gosh. Missile Fury. Thank you very much. That did not hurt. Oh, he blew up.
For the Emperor.
Ah, it's too few. I'm just gonna shoot them.
Smash the tyrant. The Inquisitor must die.
I'm gonna boot this up. Teleport. Oh, can't teleport over. What the heck?
My pain.
Oh my god. They are bombarding. And he's gonna shoot. He's gonna shoot at me. Let's do this quick. Oh! Get out, get out. Boom. Other way around. Other way. Yeah, we go for this one first. Ah, thanks.
The next time there's an aerial strike, I want to coordinate first with the Imperial Navy.
Ow, ow, ow. Dang turrets. It's gonna charge. Hey, dude. Come back. Ah, ha, ha. Ow.
Witness my power.
Destruction.
Now you are gone.
It is insane. Hey, Jason Houston, welcome to the stream, buddy. Good to see you. I am doing some purging in Inquisitor Martyr.
Second mortar deactivated.
But I'm definitely gonna make my assassin again. It's just because I want to try out the skull helmet on the Psyker to make like a chaplain kind of type character. It looks too awesome. Damage reduction on, but they don't even get to hurt him. Look at that. They are melee only, so. Even when they get to surround him, they don't do anything. It is a lot of fun.
Now you are
I love it. Hey! La-dee-dee-dee-dee. I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa. Walking on sunshine. Or something. Here I would have wanted my Witchfire, but it's fine. But if that nerf is going live for the Void Shield, I need to find something else to do with my assassin. I have been playing around with the walk time, so you basically slow down time, and it works wonders against bosses. So if you run around finding bosses, if that's your thing. Ow, that's a big cannon. No Eldars yet. But Dark Eldar will be joining the fray, I think, after the next, or maybe they are the next season that they will reveal at some point. There we go. 1, 2, 2, teleport. There we go. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. No, you're not. Because apparently I can't hit you. Retreat! I never retreat with my assassin. That's so weird. But here we go. Should be fine. Mr. Rebel Sergeant. Can't hit you there. But yeah, Dark Eldar is probably going to be the next, or the first incursion that we're going to see. And the first season, that is.
You are guilty!
Hey, Broken Saint, the end game is going to be basically taking down bosses, I think, and doing the seasons that they are going to implement. That's the end game, playing against that. But there's going to be some really huge bosses as well, boss fights that you can encounter. So I think sort of like a raid boss kind of thing. But I'm really looking forward to the seasons, so that with each season, that is about 2 or 3 months, we're gonna see a new introduction of new weapons, new weapon skins, new loot in general, and a new enemy types. For instance, the next one is don't hold me. Hold it. Oh, sorry.
Matador Thelema is definitely not here.
That's quite unfortunate, Inquisitor.
At least I've eliminated the local threat. So this whole journey hasn't been a complete waste of my time.
We have 2 other sets of coordinates. Maybe you'll find her on the next world.
Oh, so in the roadmap, the Dark Eldar were supposed to be like the last enemy released, but they haven't been released. So I think they will be the first season that we're gonna see. Really looking forward to fighting Dark Eldar. I don't know why, but it's just really cool. And all those enemies that we're gonna see in the seasons, they will then be implemented as missions into the open world system I talked about in the beginning, so that you will be able to meet them even after the seasons end. So you can still find missions with Dark Eldar even though we defeated the Dark Eldar. You can also, if you're a new player, you're going to be able to go back and actually replay these seasons. You can't affect the live event at the end of the season where we get to choose what happens. Do we do an extermination? Do we do whatever? But the outcome of that season will be predetermined. But you can replay the entire season, which is a really cool thing. Yes, I played co-op for 2 hours, I think, with Airsick Hydra a couple of weeks ago. So we're gonna do more of that. I didn't plan for it tonight, but later on I'm gonna play more co-op with you guys as well. I'm gonna make a cabal once I get 100. There we go. Oh my gosh, 100,000 heat damage. I'm gonna make a cabal, and the cabal is going to be, I think if we do this, that looks very Imperial Eagle-ish, like, we can't do spaces, so Knightly Bodyhood, do we do it with this underline, or without it? With or without, guys? You can choose. You can be a part of this. And this is going to be open for anyone in the Knightly Bodyhood. I suggest you join our Discord channel if you want to be a part of the Cabal. There's only 20 spots in the Cabal, so it might fill up really fast. And if you want a spot, we're going to unlock several extra spots later on. And we might create one more Cabal if there's enough people for it. And I'll put someone in charge of that. But yeah, with or without, I don't know. Knightly Bodyhood, it looks fine like that, doesn't it? Yeah. Region, Alpha, EU. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm EU. I'm gonna do it with. Ah, good. New player. We're gonna do it with. Yeah, because then it's separated. It is 2 words, so. Knightly Bodyhood. Recruiting is open. Purge for the Purge God, which is, of course, the Emperor. If you can call him a god, can you? Yes, you can. The God Emperor, of course. And then we're gonna join or Discord for maximum Purge pleasure. So the, where is it? Oh, Chris Yu has actually written me. He has actually written me. No, he's on snooze. Let me find, I'm just gonna find a link here. So settings, invites. I can't get to that. Where is it? Invite. Invites. There. Create one. No limit. Expires after never. Generate link. There we go. Right. And put that in. Create. There we go. The nightly bodyhood cabal in Inquisitor Martyr has officially opened up. Let me just check what Chris Yu wrote. I don't think I'll be able to fight today. Okay, cool. So we're just gonna be purging tonight, guys. And I'm gonna be looking out for if you go in and apply, I will make sure we check it out. Maybe do some co-op. That could be cool as well with some of you guys. So I'm really open to anything like that. And that's gonna be a big part of these streams as well. Co-oping with you guys and playing with you guys, discussing the game with you guys. Because that's really what I want to do. And try to help people out if I can in this game. With information or purging or whatever. No? Okay. I'm gonna put that on. Got an auto pistol. I don't really need that. Warp rod. Yeah, let's get that on. Well, I could use that as my first one, but then I don't have those abilities. I wanna use those. My neighbors. Plus 19 to all vulnerability effects. Plus 1 force. I like it. Not gonna use that. Frag grenades, nope. Nope. Dot duration and critical hit strength. Nah. Nah. Character. Okay. Oh, he looks awesome. So we're gonna go, force is dismantle, 10 suppression damage. Okay, resilience, immuniflux, plus 1 duration on inoculator effects, counter blow, sight focus, demon bane, plus 5% against demons. I guess that's resistance. And this increases maximum warp heat and critical hit strength. I do like the suppression resistance a lot on these guys, so we're gonna go that way. Inventory, nothing. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, do subscribe and share it with a friend or two. It really helps out the channel and to that effect me. If you want to stay in touch with me and get notified about new videos, go follow me on Twitter. You can also visit my Twitch channel where I stream every week. If you're feeling generous, consider subscribing on Twitch or supporting me on Patreon. I'll see you soon. Have a wonderful game night.